Into another episode of the Game of Cryptos. How are you guys doing today? You guys doing good? Market has been just insane. Everything going on with the FOMC meetings and everything. Man, and inflation and gas. Like, guys, pat yourself on the head. Pat yourself on the back if you are still watching crypto videos and taking time to research and study the market to be financially free in 2024 into the 2025 bull run. You have a lot to be thankful for. Just remember that. If you're watching this, you're doing something right. And that's not just saying for my videos, but any crypto videos. If you are researching, you are bettering yourself, and pat yourself on the back for that. Now, having said that, this video, I wanted to talk about diversity in your portfolio diversity. So, and just to touch upon it, in the beginning, it's great if you can have and be in different sectors, whether it's, obviously you have your stocks, you have your crypto, and you have maybe real estate. But, I'm not going to bore you guys and go and talk about like stock stuff. Obviously, you can be in like Tesla, Google, Apple, Amazon, and whatnot. And then you can have REITs, real estate, having some exposure to real estate with that. But really what this video is going to be is about diversity when it comes to the crypto sphere. Diversity in not only having different cryptos in different sectors, like as you can see on this, on CoinGecko, being in stable coins, being in, investing in centralized exchanges, decentralized, DeFi, memes, L2s, GameFi, gaming, metaverse, NFT. Having a portfolio that incorporates these, I think, is going to give you the best and maximum exposure when you are trying to have the best crypto portfolio. Now, again, I know some of that is going to be it's gonna kind of depend on your level of risk tolerance. But if you're in crypto and you're really trying to make life-changing wealth, you're gonna have to go down that lower market caps to potentially get more gains. And that's going to be another point when it comes to diversification. It's not just going to be about the different sectors, but also if you're investing in high caps, mid caps, low caps as well. So diversification in market cap. So here, as we go to Masari, I love this website. Just a lot of information on cryptos. You can go to the area where it gives you the different sectors. You got stable coins, exchange tokens, network tokens, privacy coins, governance tokens. It's just going to put interoperability. It's going to put everything in categories. This one, for the sake of the video, I wanted to bring up the games, the gaming studios, the actual games. And what's interesting with this, so on the top you have like your Immutable X, you have your Sandbox, your Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Gala. These are what we would call like your Sandbox, your Decentraland, Illuvium. Those were games that people could invest in the last bull run, and some people, if they got it at the right time, they made tons and tons of money. When it comes to portfolio diversification, not only do you want to be in different sectors, but within that sector, so this one being an example of gaming, you want to be diversified in the different types of the gaming realm. So gaming studios like Vulcan Forge, Echelon Prime, Magic. There's other ones like Wagme Games and I believe Ultra. Those are going to be gaming studios. Those are going to be the ones that actually have games underneath them. It's like, here's the empire, and then the games that they make are underneath. So by being invested in a higher in something higher up like a gaming studio, you have exposure to all the games that they end up making. So if a game they make ends up being the next big thing, now you have exposure to it because you were in the gaming studio that made it. Because picking a game that might make it, you're the next Sandbox, the next Decentraland, and the next Illuvium, it's gonna be hard to find those. But if you diversify in gaming studios as well, so have your gaming studios, but also have your game investments. If you want to invest in Sandbox again, go ahead. If you want to invest in Decentraland, go ahead. If you want to invest in Illuvium, go ahead. So as you can see, where I'm saying is it's diversification within diversification within diversification. And this is something you want to do in all the different sectors. Now, I'm not saying go and have a billion different coins, but play things smart. And another thing, diversification within diversification within diversification. Get in plays that are also newer. The newer cryptos that have the use case and the development and the hype are known to outperform previous coins in that same market. So, for instance, I'll use Gala for an example. Gala has been experiencing a lot of downward sales pressure. Not only is it because we're in a bull or bear market, I wish we were in a bull market, but because of the things that have been happening with the owners and them feuding and whatnot. But Gala is in a position where it might not perform as well as it did in the last bull run. But you know what might? Something like a Vulcan Forge. I mean, just look, the price action for Vulcan Forge has been way better as opposed to Gala, which has been nothing but downwards. So, in Vulcan Forge is a newer, emerging gaming studio. Now, it's just like Gala with the games it provides, but it's newer. So, a newer crypto can potentially be something that ends up giving you more gains. And again, I'm using gaming as an example, but you can utilize this in all the other crypto sectors. And then another point when it comes to diversification within diversification within diversification, investing in high caps and low caps, mid caps within that sector. For instance, if you look at the market cap area right here, Immutable X, Sandbox, they have a higher market cap, 630s, 600 million, 500 million, you know. You go all the way down, let's say all the way down the Vulcan Forge, High Street, you know, you're talking 70, 80 million. Some of these almost down, almost like 8x down from the ones that are higher up and have already experienced a bull run. I think this is very important to note because this can give you an idea of when you're looking to have higher returns, what cryptos can give you higher returns. Now, yes, they might give you higher returns, but higher returns means higher risk. So yes, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But if you're someone who is open to a little bit more risk to make some more money, thinking about diversifying your assets into, okay, I want to invest in a higher cap and I want to invest in a lower cap within the same sector to have more exposure to potentially make more gains. So just think about that, guys. Think about that when it comes to investing. Now, having said that, I want to switch over to another site that I like to utilize, and that is the coin perspective. Guys, this number that you see right here, this is not real. This is a fake account. You can go on here and this doesn't connect your wallets at all, but you can input the amount of coins you have and the price that you got them at, and you can go ahead and make your portfolio. So if you have crypto on different wallets, you can combine it all So you can see, okay, what am I up for today? How much did I make? How much did I lose? Just kind of like get a feel for everything. So as you can see, this is a mock portfolio that I made. And what do you guys notice about it? It has Ethereum, an L1. It has Cardano, an L1. It has Solana, an L1. Diversification. And also diversification within diversification, because Ethereum is a higher market cap, way higher, compared to Solana. So I'm getting exposure to a higher market cap that's a little bit more solidified, but I'm also getting exposure to something that's a little lower market cap, like Solana. And again, the lower the market cap, the higher the amount of gains that you can make. Sorry for the lighting. I think my light just went out in my room, so sorry if the quality's down and you can't see me as well. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, so in this portfolio, you see some L1s, and you're like, okay, what's next? So now we have something like Polygon. And then we have, I'll skip down, we have Optimism, and we have Arbitrum. 3 layer 2s. And I think layer 2s are going to be very, very popular and important in this next incoming bull run to help with Ethereum and its gas fees, because Ethereum's gas fees are out of control, and they were out of control in the bear market when Pepe was just pumping and going crazy. I remember spending a gas fee for like $60 to do a transaction that was like $100, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is insane. So you have your L2s. You have Chainlink in its Oracle. And it has a little bit of a mixture of an interoperability plane with its CCIP, cross-chain interoperability, in Quant, with its overledger technology, connecting blockchains and enabling them to communicate with each other. That's essentially what Quant is doing in Chainlink as well. Again, guys, diversification. So far in this portfolio, we have L1s, we have L2s, and we have interoperability plays mixed in with an Oracle. And then between those, there's high caps and low caps. But if we continue down the list, guys, that's not it. Look, Render, Singularity Net, 2 AI plays. And arguably, sometimes they mix Render in with gaming because of the GPUs and the graphics and whatnot. So, guys, again, more exposure, and I think AI is going to be an insane play. You already seen what's happening with NVIDIA in that stock. Just wait until the market wakes up and they realize, like, hey, we got a lot of that in crypto. When the bull run hits, Render could be our NVIDIA. And then you got Singularity Net. Again, more exposure, diversification. Now, the only thing that could be potentially better is maybe invest in an AI play that is even lower cap than these. Again, more risk, but we're getting, again, diversification within diversification within diversification, the model for this video. And then lastly, we have Vulcan Forge, PYR, and GFL, Games for a Living. 2 really good gaming plays, and they're gaming plays that are studios. Now, something that I already see that I could change that could be different with this portfolio is add in just a game, not a gaming studio, but a game like an Illuvium, like a Sandbox or Decentraland. Diversification within diversification. Something that's high cap, low cap. So, guys, do me a favor. I hope this video makes sense. When you guys, when you have the chance, go and look over your portfolio. Look at the cryptos that are in it. And make sure that you have diversification, and then you have exposure into narratives that are going to be, hopefully, go into the narratives that are going to have the most exposure in the next bull run. Be diversified. Yes, you can have your Bitcoin. Yes, you can have your Ethereum. Great. You have the store value, and you have ETH, which everything in the ERC20s, like ETH is going to be around for a while. But if you want more gains, I'm telling you, diversifying into other sectors that are gonna get some massive exposure. I could have gone into. I didn't even go into meme coins, which it might be premature to even talk about those, just because meme coins are very risky. I mean, game coins are too, but I think even you can take that same mentality with meme coins. Are you going to invest in Dogecoin? Are you going to invest in Pepe? Again, diversification. But I'm going to end this video on saying one thing. Guys, please be responsible when it comes to investing. Make sure you have your blue chip investments before you go more and more speculative down the list. So what do I mean when I say speculative? Or make sure you have your blue chips. Make sure you have your ETH, your Bitcoin. Make sure you have the base, the big support, the cryptos that have been around, because when the market goes down, those won't go down as much as your Pepes, as your Shiba Inu, Harry Potter, Obama Inu, whatever coin that is, and whatnot. Have diversification, be smart about your investments, and be diversified. I hope you guys like this video. I'll have more content coming soon. And guys, let me know what are some of your ways of diversifying your portfolio that I might not have mentioned, and what other sectors do you think are going to be really popular? Until next time, I'll see you guys.